Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so this video isn't necessarily geared towards the construction industry as a whole, but towards anyone who needs a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of motivation. Maybe you're not quite where you want to be or where you thought you would be in life. Um, Maybe you don't have any goals. We've talked about goals a lot in the past. So this was stemmed from Nike's new commercial, the "You Can't Stop Us" or "You Can't Stop Sport" commercial, and we posted it probably about a week ago. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. Um, but with that commercial and then some other conversations that I've had around that kind of stemmed the reason I wanted to talk about this topic today. And a lot of people are using their past as an excuse. And they come up with all different types of excuses for why they can't be successful or why they can't be on time, why they can't go to school, why they can't pay their bills, why they can't have a certain job or a career, why they can't change jobs. Um, they use a lot of their past as an excuse for those reasons that is stopping them from getting to where they say they want to be. Um, but if you allow your past, if you allow it, you could take those things in your past and allow them to move you forward, allow them to drive you to do exceptional, incredible, and wonderful things with your life. So that's what I want to talk about today, is how you can do that. I'm going to share some facts with you about my life, and some of you know some of my story, some of you don't. I shared a video kind of talking about how I got to where I am, but if you just look at the facts, there were a lot of indicators there that could have led me down a different road, could have took me to a different path in my life. So again, these are just facts about my life. They don't necessarily mean anything, or there's no hidden agenda beneath them. Just basic facts about my life. Neither one of my parents attended college. And I think out of 8 siblings, maybe only two of their, like combined siblings, maybe only two of their siblings attended college. The first 2 years of my life, I lived in a trailer park. And out of 13 cousins that are older than me, before I went to college, none of them have graduated college or finished school. My parents fought a lot as a kid, and they had their disagreements. They separated for a while. They eventually got a divorce after all of us kids moved out of the house. And probably the biggest one, I got pregnant at the age of 16, right before my senior year of high school. And so if you take all of those facts, like I said, there's definitely a different path that my life could have went down. It could have led me to not attend school, to not fight for my career, live with my parents for a really long time because I didn't think I had money or the capability of doing great things. So first of all, I mentioned the two things about college. I don't necessarily believe that you have to go to college to be successful. But when you look at statistics and kind of what society will tell you about if you don't have family that went to college, then it's less likely for you to go to college. A lot of people do weigh heavily on college and success. I don't necessarily agree with that conversation and that topic or that viewpoint. So again, like I said, they were just facts, not really my opinion on it. I think there's a lot of successful people. And if you Google it, a lot of very successful people did not go to college. But I could have used all these facts about my life as an excuse. So I could have said, I don't have time to go to school. I don't have time to get a job. I mean, I had a baby to take care of. Or I was working, so maybe I didn't have time to go to school. I'm too tired could have been an excuse. Again, I had a baby. Most of you parents know exhausting. So I was too tired to go to school. I don't have the money. I hear that excuse a lot. Don't have the money to further my education. Don't have the money to go out and do something different. I don't have the money to start my own business. There's been many times I didn't have the money, and I just started sharing this story for a long time. No one knew this, but there was a point after I bought my first house and Ashlyn and I came home and the lights wouldn't work. And the reason the lights weren't working is because I didn't have the money to pay my electricity bill. So I kept putting it off and putting it off. Finally, they shut off my power. So I had to move some things around. I didn't ask my parents for money. I didn't get handouts from my parents for money. I had to work hard for what I had. And I had student loans and credit card debts, and had to move some things around, but I made it work. I made it work. I hear the excuse that people saying I don't have money to start my new business. Either did I. It was very difficult. I didn't go get a loan. I ended up moving, my husband and I moved houses into a smaller home so we could be supported on his paycheck alone, since I wasn't going to take a paycheck for a couple of years. And I worked off of the money that we had. And so that could be an excuse. It's not in my genes. As I just mentioned, a lot of my family did not go to college. So I think, I could be wrong, but I think I was the first one in like that line of cousins, that generation, to finish college. And so I have some younger cousins coming up that have now finished, but I think I was the first one to finish it. So using that as an excuse, it's not in your genes, it doesn't have to be in your genes. You can still go out and do something different. You can still go out and do something great. It doesn't have to be in your genes. It doesn't have to be something that's been done before in your family. I'm just not smart enough. I'm not smart enough to go to school. I'm not smart enough to start my business. I'm not smart enough to have that job. That's another excuse. I didn't get a 4.0. I didn't excel extremely well at school. I was a pretty average student. C's, B's. I did get some A's, maybe in gym class or something, but I wasn't an exceptionally smart person. So you do not have to be smart to be successful. So all of these excuses come from these facts in your past, these facts in your life, things that you think people are saying about you or they think about you. Really, it's probably just you coming up with the thoughts, things that you tell yourself. Maybe they are things that like your family has said about you, our family has said about your life and your upbringing, and that you can't do these things. Take all of those comments, all of those negative thoughts, all of those feelings, and instead of using them as excuses, let them fuel you. Let them light a fire under your ass to do something great, to be successful, to work hard, to show them that it can be done. And that's what I have done. I take all the comments that I think people have said about me in the past, all the people who I feel like wrote me off, all the people who wouldn't give me a chance, mostly with job interviews or potential clients or anything like that, who wasn't ready to move forward with me. I take all of that and I bottle it up and I let it fuel me. I let it light this fire so that I can push to be better and stronger, and I can do exceptional things with my life. And so now I am giving that fire to you. So take those things, write them all down if you want. Put them in a journal, write them all down. Everything, every negative thought that you've had, everything that you think someone has said about you, every excuse that you have had, write them down and turn them around. Turn them around and let them fuel you to be great, to be exceptional, to do amazing, wonderful things in this world. It doesn't need to stop now. You can be as successful as you want to be. You can do, my mom used to say, or still says, and now I say it to my kids, you can do anything your little heart desires. You can. So I hope this has helped you. I hope it's been a great motivation and encouragement on this Monday. You have a whole week ahead of you, you have a whole life ahead of you. So do great things, be exceptional, and have a wonderful day. Thanks.